The rule for dividing by 10, because it was 1 power of 10, was to move the decimal left one place. Well, today when we divide by 100 is 10 to the second, so 2 powers of 10, so we'll move the decimal left 2 places. 1,000 is 3 powers of 10, 10 times 10 times 10, so the decimal will go left 3 places. If there's any extra zeros at the end after the decimal, they can be removed. So in my number 800, the decimal's at the end. Because I'm dividing by 2 powers of 10, I go left 2. My answer's 8. Or if you'll remember before, knocking off 1 0, or in this case, we can knock 2 zeros off the end of each number. In 1200, the decimal's at the end. I have 2 powers of 10, so left 2. Or knocking off 2 zeros off of each number gives me 12. If we're dividing by 1,000, it's 3 powers of 10. So I go left 3 places, and it's 7. Or if I can knock off 3 here and here, then my answer's 7. Going 3 left here puts it after the 13, or it's knocking 3 zeros off of each number to give me 13. So if there were 7 chips in the hundreds for 700, dividing by 100 would make me move those 7 chips 2 places to the right. But what happened to the decimal was it went 1, 2 places left to make it be 7 decimal. Dividing by 100, chips go 2 places to the right, but the decimal goes 2 places to the left. Dividing by 1,000 makes me go 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So that meant the decimal went 1, 2, 3 places to the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 to the right. Made the decimal go 1, 2, 3 to the left. So move the decimal left 2 places for 100, 3 places for 1,000. Pause the video while you try moving the decimal 2 places or 3 places to the left. Be careful. So dividing by 100 has 2 zeros. We go left 2 places. It makes it be 4. This one has 2 zeros, so I only go 2 places. Be careful, don't knock off all the zeros. So that leaves it 2, 0, 5, 0, 2050. This one, we're dividing by 1,000, which is 3 values of 10, 3 powers of 10. So 1, 2, 3 gives us 124. And the last one, again, is 3 powers of 10, 1,000 is. So I only go off 3 places. That leaves 1 0 there, so 3,230. The other shortcut we learned was if there's 2 zeros in 100, you can knock off 2 zeros in the 400. 2 here, 2 here. Still gives us the same answer. If there's 3 zeros, you can knock off 3. If there's 3 zeros in this one, take off 3, but leave that 4th one because you can only take off 3. When dividing by multiples of 10, we're going to make our 300 be 100 times 300. And we're going to, or 100 times 3. And we're going to take 600 divided by 100 first, and then divide by 3. So that allows us to either go 2 left, if you want to think of it that way, or knock off the 2 zeros to get 6, and then divide it by 3 for a final answer of 2. We're going to think of the 900 as 100 times 9. So we're going to take 7,200 divided by the 100 first, because we broke apart the 100 times a 9. That was 900. Knock off my zeros, or go 2 left to get 72, and then divide that by 9 to give us a final answer of 8. In this chart, we'll take the numbers in this column, divided by 6 to get these answers, and by 600 to get these answers. So first, the 1200 divided by 6 gives me 2, and fill in my 2 place values. We got the 200. Divided by 600, I can knock off 2 zeros because this is 2 powers of 10. It's like 100 times 6. And 12 divided by 6 is simply 2. 4,200 divided by 6 gives me, 6 into 42 goes 7 times. Fill in my place values, 700. And dividing by 600, again, I can knock off the 2 zeros in both. So I have 42 divided by 6 gives me 7. And in the last one, 5,400 divided by 6. 6 goes into 54 evenly 9 times. Fill in my place values for 900. And dividing by 600, we knock off the 2 zeros again. And 54 divided by 6 gives me just 9. Pause the video and you try it with dividing by thousands. So 48,000 divided by 8 is 6,000. To divide by 8,000, there's 3 zeros that we can knock off of each number. So 48 divided by just 8 is 6. And 64,000 divided by 8 gives me 8. Fill in my place values for 8,000. Or when I divide this by 8,000, there's 3 zeros in each one, so knock those off. And 64 divided by 8 is just 8. We want to estimate this, which means to round, so we have nice numbers to divide with, but still get an answer that's close to the real thing. So we're going to follow the 2 steps down at the bottom here. First, we're going to round the divisor. This is a divisor, the number you're dividing by. To make it really easy, we're going to round it to 700 because it's between 600 and 700, but it's closer to 700. Next, we're going to find a compatible dividend. This is the dividend. And so I'm going to look at my 7. Doesn't go into 4, if you remember from a while back. It goes into 43 though. But how many times? Well, 7 times 600 would give me 4,200, and 7 times 700 would give me 4,900. So these two numbers are both compatible with 700. Which one's closer to 4,367? The 4,200 is really close, so we are going to use the 4,200, and we're going to take 4,200 divided by 700, and then using my dividing by 100 rule, I can knock off the 2 zeros, and 42 by 7 is simply 6. So the compatible numbers allowed me to do it very simply. Pause the video while you try this one. Follow the steps. Round the divisor first, and after you have this rounded, find a compatible number that will divide by your rounded divisor. So to start with, we'll change 379. It's between 300 and 400. It's closer to 400. And if I count by 4s, 4 doesn't go into 3, but it goes into 37. 4 times 9 gives me 3,600. 4 times 9, 400. 9 times 400 gives me 3,600. And 10 times 400 gives me 4,000. Which one of these is closer to 3,785? 3,600 is closer than 4,000. So we'll take 3,600 divided by 400. Now I have nice, easy numbers to divide, especially when I use my shortcut of knocking off the 2 zeros because I'm dividing by a multiple of 100. And 36 divided by 4 is 9.